So in general, you think that people don't value spirituality as much, because if they
No,
don't
no,
value,
no.
they
They
won't
look
want
at
to
it like an
expand.
ATM machine. You put the code, money comes out. I will do
Yeah.
Gayatri Mantra and I'll get these benefits. That's how they understand spirituality. Everyone does it for the benefits. Hindus have become like that. Hindus have become merchants.
Yes,
With
they want.
spirituality is the currency to give something to God. Okay, then ask, why does God need your service? It's written in Linga Puran if you read it.
Mhm.
How does God feel served? It's written in the Linga Puran. To read it. No?
Nobody knows Sanskrit anymore to learn it
Pranava
and
serves
understand.
Shiva. If you chant Om, it serves Shiva. It gives him
Mm.
pleasure. It's like pressing Shiva's feet if you chant Om. How many people chant Om? In fact, of the three Swadhyayas, one Swadhyaya is just chanting Om. The second is chanting holy names. Just Shiva, 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 Shiva. Ram,
Mhm.
Ram, Ram. Durga, Durga, Durga. Devi, Devi, Devi. And the third is to read the Purans and the Itihasas. Of the three Swadhyayas mentioned in Vyasa Bhashya of Patanjala Yoga Sutra. So many idiots have read Patanjala Yoga Sutra. What do they know about Swadhyaya?
Mhm.
It is the practice that you do to develop yourself. That's called Swadhyaya, self-development practice. In that one, all of them are service to God. Because when you say their names, they feel waves of pleasure.
So,
Not mantra chanting sadhana, nothing is there in that. This is it.
but do you
Mantra
think
chanting
like,
sadhana has specific results. But people go after those specific results without having a
Mhm.
relationship with God. They haven't developed themselves as a co-creator with God. Why will God talk to you, man?
Because nowadays they want instant gratification. It is like, if I do this, 30-second
Also,
gratification.
entitlement. Entitlement. That's all it is. They don't know how hard some things are and how many lifetimes of effort you have to put to become a yogi. It's just entitlement. Everyone is not equal, man. Some people have worked births, they work their ass off for births, and others have just fallen prey to their addictions of avoiding the problem. Dukkha is the reality of the world, but dukkha is also the fuel for sukha. If you want, then you learn your way through it, you'll get happiness. If you avoid it, you'll get high. People don't know the difference between being high and being happy.
Oh, what is the difference? That is important.
Being high is like you take a drug, you smoke some marijuana, and you're high. Are you happy? You'll be happy when other people love you, man. You'll be happy when you feel so valued that you just have a structure in your life because people around you love you and you're doing something amazing with them together. That's when you feel happy. Happiness is not by yourself. High you can do on your own. Happiness you can't do on your own.
Mhm.
The major part of happiness is mudita, seeing everybody around you happy.
Mhm.
Not tosha. Tosha is just seeing yourself happy. And your tosha depends on mudita. Mudita is the fire that lights tosha. Otherwise, no. All you're getting is high, which you can call abhinivesha. That's all it is. High. Intoxicated.
Mhm. That is very common.
Instant gratification is instant intoxication. Instant hit, like you snort the cocaine and then you get a hit.
Yeah,
That's all it is.
but
People are
that's
busy
what
snorting
most
the
people
cocaine.
are.
They don't want to be happy in a hard work, sustainable way.
No.
These are the miserable people. This is why all these atrocities happen, like you mentioned, in Bangladesh.
Mhm.
Because we've gotten high instead of getting happy. To be happy needs learning, no. Ichha kriya jnana you need to be happy. When the ichha is fulfilled, you'll be happy. But even when you're working on the ichha by accumulating the jnana to do it and the kriya shakti to do it, you'll still be happy. And even when you get it, you'll be happy. Nothing changes in your happiness state. You're happy. Even when you succeed, you're happy. Even when you fail, you're happy because you're going to succeed. When you succeed,
Mhm.
you're not elated, excited, burning up all your prana with your excitement. You're not doing
Mhm.
that. Because you're keeping your prana because you know after this success there will be more failures, and after those failures it's a cycle. Failure leads
Mhm.
to success, just like divorce leads to marriage. Sorry, marriage leads to divorce. It's like that.
I
So
get this
it's like
question of
there's a high and low of everything, right? On one side, you
yes.
got the bliss of marriage, and one side, you got a pain of divorce. Everything comes
Uh-huh.
with those two. You should not be scared of one side of it. You'll avoid this side if you keep learning, then you'll stay married. But if you go down there and you just don't learn anything, everyone who's married is going to get divorced. If not divorced, they're going to die. Every
Mhm.
marriage ends in death or divorce.
Yeah.
And no, there's going to be no out for you. If you're not enjoying it, oh my God, it's bad, right? If you're enjoying it,
Mhm.
it's bliss. If you're not enjoying it, it's bad. So that's the difference. We need to understand this is a human life. If you're enjoying it, it's bliss.
Yes.
Satchitananda from Sat, which is reality, existence, truth. From there, you clean your chit. Use truth to clean your chit, and then you'll have Ananda. It produces a chemical called Anandamide, which is there only in yogis. Nobody's been able to produce it inside the body. They've been able to produce it artificially. But this is higher than DMT. It increases your brain capacity and your calorie requirement becomes so much that you can't sit indoors. You have to get a lot of sun because you need that much of energy. You can't get it from food anymore. Food energy becomes a small part of your energy. You have to get it from pranayam. And it said pranayam makes Shiva happy. The only two services to Shiva you can do, according to the Linga Puran, is chanting Om and pranayam. When you do Linga Puja, etc., it's for your benefit. That's the gift Shiva gives you when he's happy with you. But for Shiva's benefit, there's only two things you can do. Pranayam and Om. Because you accumulate prana, because you feel worthy of having energy like a god. And you accumulate it and you become like a god.
Mhm.
You become like Shiva, you become an image of him.
Mhm.
That's what you're supposed to do. Pranayam.
So
Because when you have
you
a magnificent karma, you
yeah.
need magnificent energy. Everybody knows when they're going to die. Do you know that? You ask them, like, how do you see yourself like 50 years in the future? Most people won't see themselves. They'll be like, I don't know. That means they're going to die before that. It's like, what's, so in yoga, we call both of these smriti or vasana. It's the word for memory.
Mhm.
Vasana indicates those memories on which you base your itihasa so that you keep escaping from problems. Vasana is for you to escape the dukkha. Whereas smriti is for you to solve the dukkha. Smriti is that information kept for you to solve the dukkha, and is there in your mind only. So if you use your smriti and then you clear all the chitta is just this box in front of you where you make decisions,
Mhm.
and you make decisions heavily influenced by karma from the past. And if your
Mhm.
past is shitty, then your future is going to be shitty too. So if you clear all that out, that's when you're going to have ananda. And that's the goal of yoga, to enjoy this life, not to run away. Moksha is when you're alive. It's freedom from the cycle of birth and death.
Mhm.
But people have started teaching that moksha is somehow going to happen in a state of death. Moksha can only happen in a state of living. You get free from birth and death. Would you like to be free dead or would you like to be free alive?
Alive.
That's what mukti is. And
Right.
when you get sarupya samadhi or sarupya mukti, you turn into the God itself. You start looking like Bharat. And you can see a mukta. There are symptoms to identify a mukta. It's all in the Puranas. People who don't know anything about anything come and question me, that's the best part. They haven't studied anything. They haven't done any work. They haven't even started on the brahmacharya phase. And they're ready to advise a sannyasi level.
As you mentioned, entitlement. They
Entitlement.
can armchair
They're not
quarterbacking.
aware of our parallel education system that has never went away.
Right.
It's just gone underground. Saraswati Nadi is underground. Now I'll bring it up.